Hey guys, how are you? I'm fine. All of you are done. I know that you guys are really very good today. Uh, I'm Omar Sharif from SNS Multiple Service Provider. So, viewers, today I'm going to tell you the truth of someone who the best man and best person in the world. He is the most valuable person and the life of Abraham Lincoln. Yes, guys, this is true. I'm telling you the truth. Life of Abraham Lincoln. We know the very well him forever, and nor should you, a Lincoln, impatient their being, even very slow, becoming steady. Again, you say you must fear that the enthusiasm. I do, and where will till, and who is now your wife? So that would be the good person. I know very well, and someone tell me the truth of his life, and also someone's recorded for me. I would like to present you for you guys. So listen to this record from the life of Abraham Lincoln. Ambitious, very ambitious. I'm so proud of him. So pretty, and he was so big man. I like him very much. So listen, stay tuned.
The Life of Abraham Lincoln by Ward Hill Lehman. Appendix. I was born February 12, 1809, in Hardin County, Kentucky. My parents were both born in Virginia, of undistinguished families, second families, perhaps I should say. My mother, who died in my 10th year, was of a family of the name of Hanks, some of whom now reside in Adams and others in Macon counties, Illinois. My paternal grandfather, Abraham Lincoln, emigrated from Rockingham County, Virginia, to Kentucky about 1781 or 2, where a year or two later he was killed by Indians, not in battle, but by stealth when he was laboring to open a farm in the forest. His ancestors, who were Quakers, went to Virginia from Berks County, Pennsylvania. An effort to identify them with the New England family of the same name ended in nothing more definite than a similarity of Christian names in both families, such as Enoch, Levi, Mordecai, Solomon, Abraham, and the like. My father, at the death of his father, was but 6 years of age, and he grew up literally without education. He removed from Kentucky to what is now Spencer County, Indiana, in my 8th year. We reached our new home about the same time the state came into the Union. It was a wild region, with many bears and other wild animals still in the woods. There I grew up. There was some school, so-called, but no qualification was ever required of a teacher, beyond readin', writin', and cipherin' to the rule of 3. If a straggler, supposed to understand Latin, happened to sojourn in the neighborhood, he was looked upon as a wizard. There was absolutely nothing to excite ambition for education. Of course, when I came of age, I did not know much. Still, somehow, I could read, write, and cipher to the rule of 3, but that was all. I have not been to school since. The little advance I now have upon this store of education I have picked up from time to time under the pressure of necessity. I was raised to farm work, which I continued till I was 22. At 21, I came to Illinois and passed the first year in Illinois, Macon County. Then I got to New Salem, at that time in Sangamon, now in Menard County, where I remained a year as a sort of clerk in a store. Then came the Black Hawk War, and I was elected a captain of volunteers, a success which gave me more pleasure than any I have had since. I went the campaign, was elated, ran for the legislature the same year, 1832, and was beaten, the only time I have been beaten by the people. The next, and 3 succeeding biennial elections, I was elected to the legislature. I was not a candidate afterwards. During the legislative period, I had studied law and removed to Springfield to practice it. In 1846, I was once elected to the lower house of Congress, was not a candidate for re-election. From 1849 to 1854, both inclusive, practiced law more assiduously than ever before. Always a Whig in politics, and generally on the Whig electoral tickets, making active canvasses. I was losing interest in politics when the repeal of the Missouri Compromise aroused me again. What I have done since then is pretty well known. If any personal description of me is thought desirable, it may be said, I am in height 6 feet 4 inches nearly, lean in flesh, weighing on average 180 pounds, dark complexion with coarse black hair and gray eyes, no other marks or brands recollected. Yours very truly, A. Lincoln. Witness J. W. Fell, Esquire. Washington, D.C., March 24th, 1872. We, the undersigned, hereby certify that the foregoing statement is in the handwriting of Abraham Lincoln. David Davis, Lyman Trumbull, Charles Sumner. The circumstances under which the original of this accompanying facsimile were written are explained in the following letter. National Hotel, Washington, D.C., February 19, 1872, Colonel Ward H. Lamon. Dear Sir, in compliance with your request, I place in your hands a copy of a manuscript in my possession written by Abraham Lincoln, giving a brief account of his early history and the commencement of that political career which terminated in his election to the presidency. It may not be inappropriate to say that some time preceding the writing of the enclosed, finding in Pennsylvania and elsewhere a laudable curiosity in the public mind to know more about the early history of Mr. Lincoln, and looking, too, to the possibilities of his being an available candidate for the presidency in 1860, I had on several occasions requested of him this information, and that it was not without some hesitation he placed in my hands even this very modest account of himself, which he did in the month of December 1859. To this were added, by myself, other facts bearing upon his legislative and political history, and the whole forwarded to a friend residing in my native county, Chester, Pennsylvania, the Honorable Joseph J. Lewis, former Commissioner of Internal Revenue, who made them the basis of an ably written and somewhat elaborate memoir of the late President, which appeared in the Pennsylvania and other papers of the country in January 1860, and which contributed to prepare the way for the subsequent nomination at Chicago the following June. Believing this brief and unpretending narrative, written by himself in his own peculiar vein, and in justice to him, I should add, without the remotest expectation of its ever appearing in public, with the attending circumstances, may be of interest to the numerous admirers of that historic and truly great man, I place it at your disposal. I am truly yours, Jesse W. Fell.
So guys, you listened the full voice of the Abraham Lincoln lives, and I really appreciate that. He's a good man, and you guys might share audio recorded from someone else. I don't know, but very good speeches for him. And Abraham Lincoln is a hero because he stepped and slavery has good character traits in conclusion. Abraham Lincoln is a hero He's a hero because he stopped slavery with his compassion, selflessness, and honesty, and gave African American people honest heaven. He's one of the best presidents who worked hard and went through ups and downs, but never gave up. And you guys, please continue to watching my channel. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe and share somewhere else. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Take care.